Hi Year 10. I'm going to go through the ray diagrams that you needed to draw on the slides. I've put which slide number I'm talking about there rather than the question number so that you know exactly what slide to go to. So the first one I'm going to do is from the top of the object straight through the centre, like that. The next one I'm going to do is from that same point through the focal point of that lens. It goes to the middle of the lens, and at that point it comes out completely parallel. Okay, so at this point I'm going to go across, and you can already see that I'm going to need to extend that one there, or otherwise I won't find where it crosses. Okay, and then the last one is one that comes in completely parallel from that point. Hopefully that'll be okay. And that one will go through the focal point. Let's fix that there. Okay. And through. Oh, that's not great. Let's redo that. Okay, so this is the thing that you need to do. It's actually quite good that I've done that wrong, because lots of you left it where it had shifted slightly over and it wasn't actually going through the focal point. And these things matter because accuracy when you're drawing these is really important. So let's try again. Okay, so this is why I've put a lot of yours as red rather than green, because they're not quite how I need them to be. So let's try again. Through the focal point this time. Okay. So now hopefully what you can see is I've got a bit of an issue with the central one and the parallel one. So the first thing I'm going to do is just check. I've got about 2.7 and I've got about 2.7. So my parallel one's okay, so it's probably my central one that's a bit of a problem. So hopefully what you can see is I can actually get through the centre if I do that one properly. So where they all cross is here, and that's where I'm going to draw my image down. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, the original object was 2 centimetres tall, and this one is now 2.7. So I know that it has been magnified. I know they're real light rays, so it's real. I know that this is the other way round, so it's inverted, and it's the other side of the lens. Okay, so you can see that it's quite tricky and it requires a bit of manipulation with your ruler and your pencil, or obviously if you're doing it on the slides, but you need to make sure that all three cross. Okay, so then we'll go on to slide number 5. So slide 4 was when the object was further than the focal point. Okay, so slide 5 is where the object is at the focal point. Okay, so I'm going to take that point there, I'm going to send it in parallel, so I know that the top of the object is at 2.1. Okay, so I'm going to get 2.1 and it's going to go to there. Okay, if you measure, that's one way of making sure that it's going to be quite accurate. So I've got one that goes in parallel. Okay, that one is going to go out through the focal point. The other one is going to go through the centre of the lens that I'm going to draw here. Okay, Now I can't draw my third one because it's already at the focal point, but what you can see is that these two lines are parallel to each other, so they're never ever going to cross. Okay, so therefore I say no image is formed. Okay, so when you place an object at the focal point of the lens, you don't form an image. Okay, so that's slides 4 and 5. I'll stop the video there so that we break this down so you're not watching 20 minutes of a video.